Hi folks, welcome back to MetaBox Tutorials. On a singular page that shows the full content of a post, WordPress just shows the name of the author by default. So, if you want to let people know more about the author who made the fantastic content, how he looks, where he lives, how to connect with him, or so on, then you should have a section for their bio. This way also helps to improve the credit of the content as well as the author on the post. So, let's do it. In this practice, I am going to use custom fields from MetaBox for the author information and display them using bricks. First, we should have the MetaBox plugin for the fields. You can install it directly from WordPress.org. We also need some MetaBox extensions to have some advanced features. You can install them individually or use MetaBox all-in-one. Here are the extensions that we will use in this practice. MB Relationships. We have posts. We also have authors as users on your site. So, we should create a relationship between them to know which post from which author. And this extension does it. MetaBox Builder. It helps you to create custom fields to save author information on an easy-to-use UI. MB Admin Columns. You may want to easily manage which post from which author, so you can show it on the admin screen using this extension. And, finally, don't forget bricks. Let's get started now. Each author should be a user and have an account on your website, so they can set a post on their own. You can dig into another tutorial on this channel about guest author for that. WordPress provides just some basic fields for users to save the most common information. If you want to save more things such as social links, phone, address, you should create custom fields, then assign them to users. Let's create some fields for them. After having all the fields, move to the Settings tab. Set the location to apply the fields to users. Go to the user profile page. You will see the field in each account, and also can input information to them. As mentioned, we should connect posts to the author who created them. So let's create a relationship for them. Go to Meta Box, Relationships, and create a new one. We have the from and to sections with the same structure of settings here. Since Meta Box support bidirectional relationship, so these two sections are just for separate two objects to connect. They are not regulate the orient of the connection. You can put one of those objects into any section. I set this as post, and set the post type here. And this is user. In both sections, you will have these settings if you activate the MB admin columns extension. When you check this option, there'll be a column in the dashboard to show which authors are related to the post like this. In the Field tab of each section, you can set the label for the relationship that shows in the post editor. There will be a box at the right sidebar to choose which author's name is related to the current post. This is the label that we named. Now, go to the user profile page. You will have a field to choose which posts contributed by this user. As well as, in a post editor, you also can choose an author or more for the post. Let's go ahead to show the author information in the page of each post. You might have a template for the singular page where you display the post content. I do so. Just go to Bricks and edit that template. I'm setting a post for the preview. I'm going to add the author bio at the bottom of the page body. So, add a heading for this section here. Then add a block for the section. I also will use this element to set the layout for this section and easier style later. Or you can use the div element instead. Now, before displaying the author information, we should set a query to get only the user who is set as author in the relationship field. Enable query loop for this block, which will cover all the author information. I will create a section with some basic information about an author like this. Instead of setting the query type as user, scroll down for this option. It's the name of the relationship that we set. This setting helps us to query all the authors related to this post, not only one author if you use the default field for author from WordPress. Now, it's time to display the author's information. Based on the fields you have for the author, and which one you want to show, just add reasonable elements inside this block. Remember that it must be inside the block or div element where you've just set the query already. This is my author bio when completed. So, firstly, I'll add an image element for the author avatar. Then select dynamic data from the corresponding field. For the name, title, and bio, I choose the basic text element. And also set dynamic data for them. The next one is the contact information saved in a group field. We should use a query to get data from a group. So, I add another block element and enable the query loop for it. Set the type of the query as the name of the group field for the contact information. Then use the list element to display the contact info. You should add the title for each item and set the meta setting of each one as dynamic data from the matched custom field inside the group. The last part is where we show all the icons for the social linking. The links also are saved in a group, so I add a block element once again. Set a query for this block element from the group of custom fields for social networks. Then, add some icon elements inside the block. Each one will be used for a social network linking. Choose an icon to display and set the link as external URL. Then, in the URL option, set dynamic data from a subfield of the group. Do likewise for all the social network icons. I've finished getting all the author information to show on the page. Go to the page on the front end. You will see the result without any style. To make the author bio section look better, go back to the page template, change the settings of each element. Then you will get the desired look for the section. Here it is. That's the end of today's tutorial. If you want to try more, please watch other tutorials on this channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe us for more tutorials. Bye.